Hey guys, Jeff Hartman, the Neptune Man, and this is my first video of, could just go down, 2020. Happy New Year. Can you believe another year has went by? It's like, where did 2019 go? It seems like as you mature, time just goes by faster and faster. But I do want to let you know I'm still out here providing washer and seal kits for all kinds of washing machines. If you go to washerbearings.com and let's say you have a Whirlpool Duet, what you do is you go into this box, you put in your model number. Now keep in mind with model numbers for washers, they're usually numbers like 0, not the letter O. So it says right here, also try zeros, not the letter O. And also, if you have a Kenmore Elite, usually they'll start with like a 110 or a 496 or whatever. And there's like dots. Take those dots out and take the spaces out. So it's just a string of numbers. And that's how this website's kind of quirky. It doesn't like the dots when it looks up in a database. So just take the dots and spaces out when you do a Kenmore Elite. And then you will be able to look up those part numbers. Now, if you call the 800 number, they can't help you with the bearings or seal. They can only help you with like other parts, like a belt or a knob. Say you broke a knob or something. Dispensers, a soap dispenser lids, and stuff like that. If they're available, you can call this 800 number and they will help you. I won't be at that number. I just kind of promote that number. Now, if you're not aware, I was doing some blog posts on the Whirlpool Duet washers for, I don't recommend buying Whirlpool washers because you cannot fix the tubs. They have, if you go look at your parts on a new washer, if you look at your part number, some websites will let you do a parts explosion like where it shows all the parts. And if you see this little setup right here, that means that is all one assembly. So that means you can't take it apart to change your bearings and the seal. So you have to replace this whole, it's like $700 for that part. So I've got folks call me that have Whirlpool Duet washers and the bearings only last 3 years. So their options are to either scrap the machine at 3 years old. Imagine having to throw away a 3-year-old machine. It's not a good place to be in. Or you got to buy that whole freaking tub assembly for $700. Plus, I'm sure there's a lot of shipping and you have tax. If Whirlpool can't make a washer you can't fix, I wouldn't buy it. You know, consumers have rights to fix the products. And we've been changing bearings for 10 years. I have. I'm sure people's been doing it before I was doing it. So, I mean, if Whirlpool can't make a bearing last for the life of the machine, they should let you change it. So, we vote their dollars. Don't buy a Whirlpool. If they can't make the washers work, don't buy a Whirlpool anything. Just send Whirlpool a message that, hey, you guys got to let us change these bearings. If you can't make them work for 20 years, life of the machine, that's just kind of ridiculous. So here's the models right here. WFW 70 series, 72, 87, 95, 94. These are all washers you don't want to buy because you can't replace the bearings. And they can't seem to make the bearings last long, so I wouldn't buy a Whirlpool. People ask, well, what do you recommend? I said, well, the only thing I can recommend is don't buy a Whirlpool because they're not building the machines properly to make the, well, it's actually design. They can design these things to last. If you got to put another $100 into it, who cares? That's better than paying $700 after 3 years. So it's just kind of ridiculous. They haven't really put that engineering into the bearings and the seal to make them last longer. So until they do that, I wouldn't buy a Whirlpool. So, which that's, Kenmore. I don't think Kenmore's with Whirlpool anymore. I think they, I don't think they're doing that. But like Maytag, same thing. Maytag is Whirlpool. You don't want to buy Maytag. You don't want to buy a Whirlpool. They're all going to be set up this way. So until these companies make it so you can change bearings, I wouldn't buy them. That's my recommendation. So, with that said, if you do enter your model and it doesn't pop up, just contact me and then I will help you out. What I've had clients do in the past is go ahead and take the machine apart, get the numbers off the bearings and the seal, or might have to measure measure the sizes, and I usually have those parts in stock. So I can kind of put together a custom kit for you and get you guys back up and running. So with that, I'm going to cut this off. Happy New Year 2020. Jeff Hartman, the Neptune Man, and I appreciate you guys. Thanks. Bye-bye.